And guess what we're doing? See the face? Yeah. Okay, just checking things. Okay, so we're doing Tease the Game only 4. It's gonna be a quick video. Okay, so now it's gonna go first game 435? I don't know if that's right, but okay. 435. Okay, I think that is right. Fox. So shooting down there. Rams playing those Packers. So the Rams offense is playing these Packers defense. Leaky, very leaky in the running game. So they want to know what that means. It's Cam Akers time. Probably want to get Malcolm Brown in on those third down plays, third and short. Do that. Run a little bit of play action. It's in the cold, so Goff is going to have to step up a little, but make Sean McVay. I think Sean McVay has to make it easy for him, which he should be able to do. And just don't know like bootlegs and throw him quick and make sure he doesn't get uncomfortable. And with that thumb, I don't know if it's gonna work out too good, but you don't want to. We don't want to get behind for the offense. The offense just wants to put up points in the run game and possess the ball for a long time. That's what they have to do if they want a chance of winning. And of course, run the ball. And if the Rams' offensive line is very physical up front and stopping those Kenny Clark guys, they'll have a very big success in the run game. And like all that, get the Cooper Kupp, of course, and Higby. That will really help them. And then Rams defense against Aaron Rodgers. Ramsey has to lock down on Adams. If he does that, it's going to be pretty decent. And then the safeties don't let Rodgers bait him. And that'll put a ton of pressure. I don't think Aaron Donald's going to be 100%, but that doesn't mean anything. If they're still able to put pressure on Rodgers, it's going to be really tough for Rodgers. And he'll be back here and be like, woo, and then he stores it away. But either way, Rodgers is a great quarterback. They're going to shut him down. It's going to be tough, but the pressure is really good. So if they do that, they should be decent on defense. Packers offense. Okay, so Devontae Adams, they got to get it to him because they're a playmaker. But of course, you want to run the ball because if you're successful in the running game, then you guys can like run play action off that. But for the running game, if it's successful, you guys can take some deep shots because the Rams are going to be worried about the run game. And if they get worried about it, which is really it's tough, but if they're able to get some run game going, it's good for Aaron Jones, but it's also really good for Aaron Rodgers, so he can take some deep shots, and the Rams will get baited into that if they're not able to stop the run with 6 in the set. But either way, it's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be a hard fought game. I can just say that. Who knows how the game's gonna go? But either way, Rodgers is Rodgers. Let Rodgers cook, I guess you want to say. But of course, you want to get the ball to Aaron Jones, and offensive line has to win the battle, which is going to be a little harder than usual. But still, get it to Tanyan, maybe scan MBSD, but you want to get it to Adams as much as possible. It's going to be tough, but you can still get it to him. Packers defense, stop the run. It's going to be really tough, but if they stop the run, the Rams are in trouble. And Jair Alexander is one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. So for that reason, you probably wanted to put him in some spots where he'll be able to pick off Jared Goff if he's in the right place. Goff's not used to cold weather, and he has a broken thumb, and that's not good either. So if they're able to do that, it's going to be really tough for the Rams to move the ball, and it's going to be a good game. The Packers are going to have fun out there. So if they do, the defense of the Packers does that, they'll be on vacation for most of the game. Okay, Ravens, Bills? This is a tough one. I gotta say, Ravens offense, you probably want to get the ball running with Lamar. You did it last year. I remember seeing the game. It was a great game. But if Lamar's able to run it in some sort of way, I guess, you probably want to utilize his legs. You want to take some deep shots, test that defense vertically, and whoever Tre'Davious White's on, don't throw it to them because they're not going to get open. I'm just saying that straight up. And get the ball and let Dobbins run it and get the ball to Andrews, because if you're able to do that, you guys will be good on offense. Ravens defense. Okay, so you're playing Josh Allen and the Bills. So they have two really good cornerbacks. 3 if you want to count Jimmy Smith. But either way, Stephon Diggs is a top 5 receiver in the NFL. Yeah, I said that. And Humphrey won't be able to guard. If he can't guard A.J. Brown, I don't think he's going to guard Diggs. It's going to be really tough. But if he plays good defense, it's going to be he could limit it to him to under 100 yards. But either way, Allen's going to be able to get outside the pocket and make plays. That means you have to contain. And if you shut down the run game, it's going to be pretty predictable, and it's going to be a lot easier to stop the Bills' offense. But they're so explosive and so good and so hot, it's going to be tough to stop them. Bills' offense now. You probably want to get the running game going, actually, when you think of it. You can take those shots to Diggs and Beasley at times, but you really want to get the ball to Singletary, and you might want to check him out of the backfield. But either way, you have to be able to run the ball against the Ravens, because if you're not, it's really tough to win. And for that reason, I think the Bills are going to be having to throw the ball at least 40 times. I don't know 40 times. They're not throwing a lot. That's all I have to say. They want to be able to win this. They're going to have to be able to run. They have to be able to run the ball. And of course, it's going to be snow. That might be a factor too. But either way, the Bills' defense, man, they have been pretty inconsistent, I have to say. Against the offense, you have to contain Lamar, which means Tremaine Edmonds and Matt Milano have to play at their top games. And shut down the run game and let the safeties do their thing. And if they don't get beat deep, it's going to be really tough for the Ravens to even move the ball. But Lamar is so explosive and fast and just pure runner, and he can throw it. I have to admit, he can zip it around. You don't want Lamar to be able to run around your defense because they're going to get tired, and then he's going to be running for like 400 yards. They're able to contain him and make sure he doesn't break anything big like he did against the Titans last week. I think they have a shot at winning this from their defense. Now we go on to the game that's probably the most lopsided or the second most lopsided. It depends. But the Browns versus the Chiefs. And my goodness, this could be an interesting game. So let's just go on to the Browns offense. So the Browns offense, Mayfield, I just want to say Mayfield could just be straight up bad or good. It depends. Just want to say it's a 305 in Arrowhead. It's going to be pretty tough to win there, but they're going to have to run the ball, and they can against this Chiefs defense. The run game's I got to admit, the run defense has gotten so much better. It's gotten so much better. This run defense, the Chiefs' run defense, I have to admit, has gotten a lot better. But when you're playing the best offensive line in the NFL, in my opinion, there are the best offensive line in the NFL right now. With that offensive line right now, they probably won't be in my O-line rankings later. Watch that when it comes out. But either way, the Browns have to be able to run the ball, and I think they can run it. But Baker is a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback. And if you run play action, you could probably let him drop back a little bit. Just don't let him. Just no turnovers, and make sure you're able to pound the rock. Because if you're not able to, it's very tough to beat these Chiefs. And you got to keep pace with them. That means don't let them get the ball and keep Mahomes and Hill and Kelsey all on the sideline, which of course means running the ball. And now Browns defense against the Chiefs, and they're playing the Chiefs, so it's going to be really tough. Denzel Ward, I honestly think, could shut down Tyreek Hill for about maybe half the game. But he's not going to be able to stop him the whole game, which means Myles Garrett's going to have to get to Mahomes and sack him and put him on his butt, which isn't out of the question. But either way, their secondary is going to have to play a heck of a game because it's Travis Kelce. He will get catches. He might even get a touchdown. I can't predict that, but either way. The Chiefs' offense is so explosive and so great, and Mahomes is amazing. And he does every little. He doesn't even do the little things, but he's just so explosive that the Browns' defense will give up points. I have to admit that. The Chiefs' offense has looked a little stagnant at times this year, not even close to. I gotta say, there's probably one game where I think they put up a little bit of a stinker. But either way, their offense is so good, and it's gonna be really tough for the Browns to stop them. But if they keep them under 25, they might actually win this game. Chiefs offense. I don't know what to say, but you probably want to run the ball a little. Not all the time, but you want to run it. Test this defense because they have a pretty good D line. But if they're able to run it, it's gonna be a field day for Mahomes. Mahomes should test that secondary because their safeties are not very good at all. So if I think Hill will burn Ward if they're on each other. He'll just go deep, and Mahomes just drops in the basket, and there you go. And, of course, you probably want to get Mahomes outside the pocket, let him do his thing. Get the ball to Kelsey because he's your second best playmaker, I'd say, in the receiving game. But either way, get it to Kelsey, get it to Hill deep, and run the ball and get Mahomes outside the pocket, and they'll be fine. And, of course, like I said, they are very explosive, and it's going to be either way. If they don't get anything going, they will at some point. If they don't, then I'm wrong, okay? Chiefs defense, what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to stop the run game, okay? So they have two really good safeties, and one of them is top 5, I have to admit. Tyrann Mathieu is a beast. Tyrann Mathieu is able to shut them down. Don't let any big runs happen, which is going to be tough. But if they're able to shut down the run game, which is going to be very tough, like I just said, But it's going to be tough to stop this run defense. If they are able, Chiefs are able to do that, the Browns are in some hot water and it's going to be really tough to win. Bucks, Saints, Bucks offense. Okay, just do the same thing you've been doing all season, okay? Like, get the ball to AB, get the ball to Mike Evans. Basically just spread the wealth with all your playmakers and run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. This Saints defense is very, very good, but they can't guard all these playmakers. Their secondary really isn't that amazing. They have one linebacker who will intercept you if you throw a bad ball in his direction. He will intercept you, I'm just saying. Demario Davis is one of the best linebackers in the NFL right now in terms of ball skills. But literally, the Bucs just need to do the play action thing, deep shot. Make sure Brady's able to check down because he will get comfortable if you're able to do that. And just please run the ball, Bucs. Just don't make sure Brady doesn't throw 60 times. They're in the dome, so that helps too. Bucs, Saints. Okay, Bucs defense. You have a great run defense. If you're able to shut down that down and you don't let any, make sure the receivers don't get any huge gains, Breeze won't be able to do anything. They only put up 21 against the Bears defense. I have to admit, the Bears defense is very, very good. But the thing is, the Saints just didn't really look great. Like, Kamara was by far is probably their best offensive player besides Michael Thomas and those two offensive linemen. Get pressure on Breeze up the middle, and it's going to be really tough for him to do anything. And your run defense, if it keeps playing the way it is, it's going to just be a nightmare for Alvin Kamara. And they're going to try to get Alvin Kamara out of the backfield, which means Levante David is going to have to be great off the line and rallying to the ball. Now, Saints offense. Saints offense, Breeze can't throw more than 10 yards, so don't make him throw it more than 10 yards. That means play action, short passes, and then, of course, just pound the ball if you can with Murray. Murray's going to be, I think he could have a big role in this game. Do that and throw it to Kamara and maybe some screens. But if you do all that, you guys should put up at least 28. Depends, though. And the Saints defense, okay. Bucs offense. Get pressure up the middle on Brady because I got to admit, Brady is not great when the pressure's on him up the middle. He just gets all antsy and then he throws it. Like, I'm not kidding. He does that still. It's been his habit. Honestly, with that offensive line he had last year and for the last, 30 years, whatever, they have never the inside pressure has only gotten to Brady, when I think of it. I've only remember 3 seasons, in the past decade, where the inside pressure was an issue going on Brady. Because he didn't get him. Now they're going to get inside pressure on them. The Saints get inside pressure. Bucs are going to be throwing a ton of turnovers. Honestly, the Saints defense has played so good against the Bucs. They've only given up how many points? 26 points against the Bucs offense, which is pretty insane compared to how many the Falcons gave. They gave 34 one week, I think, and they gave 44 in the game I watched. It was ugly. Either way, if they get pressure on Brady, and they're not going to be able to guard everyone, but if they at least disguise their coverage and shade him and don't let the deep shot happen and stop the run game, these are all these hard things to do. But if they perfect them, it's going to be another blowout, which I doubt is going to happen. But if there's going to be another blowout if they do all those things I just mentioned. And, of course, that's me in the video. Like, subscribe. Just people who watch these videos or have discovered my channel,